Oh my god, I think he's asking me on a date. Oh my god, here's my chance. Don't freak out, don't freak out. Okay, let me make sure I put my makeup on. Give me a second, and there we go. Beautiful as ever. I wonder if I'm gonna get lucky tonight with this guy. Hey, who's that girl next to you?
Your kind always seems to find trouble. Captain, what should we do? She's not on the list.
Forget the list. She goes to the block.
Oh, she's just a jealous skank. Oh boy. I can't wait to beat you up later. Wait till we get to that locker room. Surprise! I told you I was gonna beat you up in the locker room. Come here. Yeah, that'll teach you and your man to mess with me. Welcome everybody to Family Gaming. We're going to start off with the Warrior Stone here because we need heavy armor. Now, we're going to be going to hand-to-hand. In this game, there is no actual hand-to-hand perk, unfortunately, unlike in Oblivion. However, there is a perk in the heavy armor section where you get to, it's called the Fist of Steel, and you get the base armor rating of whatever gauntlets you have on, your heavy armor gauntlets. That is important because it has to be heavy armor. And yes, we all know the gloves of the pugilist is light armor, so you're going to want to do enchanting. We'll go over the perks in a second. But let's go over the basics. We're going to start with the Khajiit, as you saw, because Khajiits get plus 15 to their claw attacks. And that is obviously going to be quite useful for us, because more damage, more better. Now after we put that guy's face in the dirt, we're going to rob him, and then we're going to go smithing, and then we're going to go to this lady's house, and we're going to see if we can sneak like a little cat. Oh boy, I wasn't expecting that to happen. A little bit of overkill on that old woman. I just wanted her bed. Jeez. Anyway, this old woman was generous enough to give us a free bed, so if you need to sleep, you can come here and get some shut-eye. I stumbled upon this cave here, where somebody is called Ulfur the Blind, but I actually don't believe he's blind. We're going to have to double check that in a second. It just kind of seems fake, so let's take care of him. Yeah, you're not blind, dude. Nice try. Oh no, that's written in Braille. Oh boy, I think he actually was blind. Well, alright, too late now. Anyway, before we get started into the build in depth, let's see what we have here. I'd like to show everybody that it is expert. So when you see the damage and you see me get my butt whooped, it's all expert. But let's see where our damage is at before we even do anything great. It's not bad. I can work with it. Alright, easy peasy. Let's take the Dragon Stone and let's rob everything else in this area. And we'll head on and we'll see what we can do with this build here. Alrighty, party people, let's see what we have here. So if you go to here in your level up chart, first off, you're really going to want health. If you do like to do the wombo combo slombos, you can give yourself some stamina. But vegetable soup kind of cures all that, regardless of what your stamina is. Now let's go over what we need. So restoration, you are going to have to be in there and get nice and personal. Enchanting is going to be great because you only have one chance to use your gloves, which is the gloves of the pugilist. That's the only unarmed thing you can disenchant and then enchant into something else. So keep that in mind. I will show you guys where it's at in case you don't know and you've been living under a rock. No worries, I'm not judging. But also here, heavy armor, you saw the Fist of Steel. You have to have at least 30 of the heavy armor. And then I just use sneak just because sometimes I don't want to fight, but I ended up not using sneak at all because I want to fight all the time. Pickpocketing just because I needed something to do and I'm a cat. And then alchemy because you need to heal. Like I said, you got to get up close and personal. Unfortunately, you cannot poison your fist, although that would be awesome. And that's about it. So enchanting is going to be great so that you can give yourself a boost in damage. Heavy armor is absolutely necessary because you need that Fist of Steel. Now remember, it is the base armor of whichever type gauntlets you have. Later on in the video, you will see that I have Orcish because that is plus 13. It's tied with Dwarven, but I also don't like to spend too much time in smithing, so the plus 13 is good enough. Because this guy here, Durin, is going to tell us to join the Dawn Guard, and we're going to get a very important ring that I will show you guys to give us an extra boost in our unarmed damage. But we are here in Riften, and when you get here in the Riften, you're going to go down into the sewers. But we're going to make a quick pit stop, because I heard that there was a really nice old woman here, and I wanted to see if I could get her phone number. No? Alright, well, worth the try. See you later, lady. Alright, back on task. Let's go down into the sewers. And I will show you guys the only unarmed thing that we can grab to disenchant and then re-enchant to something else.
I knew it. Do your worst.
As you guys are watching this beatdown, you saw me whiff a couple punches. I will say the only thing about the unarmed build is that you can whiff punches. You have a very short distance of hitting them, which does get a little annoying every now and again. But other than that, this build is quite perfect. It provides damage, it provides speed. You can build your health all the way up. You don't actually have to level up that much to start doing a ton of damage. Because once you get the Fist of Steel, basically it's whatever gauntlet you have. And then also, this guy, Gian the Fist. Once you beat the piss out of him, we're going to take his beautiful gloves. There we are. And we're going to break those bad boys down and put them on our gauntlets. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But, as I said, you don't actually have to level up that much to start pumping out a ton of damage. Unlike the weapons, you know, you have to get your one arm, your one-handed build. You know, you got to get it pretty substantial to start doing decent damage. But in this, once you get your heavy armor to 30, you can put the perk point in the Fist of Steel. And that's pretty much it. Game over. But there's one other thing I'd like to show you guys. But before we get there, here's the enchantment tables. So if you get your enchantment up, obviously the better your enchantment, the better that unarmed strike is going to do. So right now we're at a plus 7. By the time this video is finished, I'm at a plus 10, which is amazing, considering that the claws are already at 15, plus that base damage of 7, which everybody gets. So you're at 22 to start with. And now I have plus 7 on my unarmed, which is at 29, and that is by far the hardest hitting thing you can have at this early level. So as I said, the build is pretty quick for you to start pumping out damage, which in my opinion, that makes it a perfect build. I don't have to wait very long to start beating everybody up. Sounds good to me. I also would like to point out that when you break down the gloves of the pugilist, you can do the unarmed, you can boost your unarmed attack with a ring plus the gloves. So you can actually double up, which I will take that any day of the week. So let's give you guys a quick little recap here. So let's find the ring right there. Unarmed strikes do 7 damage. And our unarmed strike do 7 damage, so that's plus 14. Plus we already have the 22 from just our claws by themselves. That puts it at 36, and then we're going to stop here at this stone because magic resistance and damage resistance is always great, especially when you have to go literally 3 inches away from every enemy. Now that we're going to fight Mama Dragon here, to unlock all the other dragons of the world, you have to beat this one, as we all know. But let's check out what our damage is while we're getting burnt to a crisp. So that is 7. I'll help you guys do the math, don't worry. That is 7. That is 14. The claws do 15, which is at, so remember it's actually 22 because it's 7 plus 15, which will give you 22 plus the 14 that we said, which will give us 36. So we're at a whopping 36 per punch, and because our fists, we can punch with both of them, and they both do 36 damage. It's a lot of damage per second. Because you mambo, combo, wombo, flambo this big old dragon with the old 1, 2, and rinse and repeat until he drops. Could you hurry up and land, dragon, so I can punch you? My God. Alright, here we go. Your claws versus mine. Let's see who wins. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, boy, and I didn't even get the best gear yet. I mean, we're getting there, but we're not quite there. And just melted Mama Dragon here. It's going to be an easy game. Alright, so, as I said, the Dawn Guard. You're going to want to become a vampire so that you can talk to this guy. Eventually, he gives you a quest. And the quest is called Rings of Blood Magic. It took him so long just to get that title out. But the one that we're looking for is called the Ring of the Beast. I do like to point out, though, that the Ring of the Udite, if you are running a magic build, that is also a great ring, so keep that in mind if you decide to go all magey on us. But where we want to go is down to the Riftwatch Tower. And we're going to go, and I'll meet you guys there so we can collect the Ring of the Beast. And I will show you why it is necessary. So, here we are. You're going to beat these lowly bandits down to a pulp. We're going to work our way up here. We're going to fight another lowly bandit, just labeled Orc. Ooh, he's actually kind of tough. Hold on a second. Oh, right, the vampirism makes my health lower in the sun. That's alright. We'll make it work. Let's make it happen, Captain. And here he is, Ring of the Beast. Now look at that at the bottom. Your claw attacks will do an additional 20 damage. That just sounds beautiful. You also get 100 health, so it's a win-win for everybody. So now let's take a look at our active effects. Our claws do 4 times the damage of a man's punch, which is going to put us at 20 damage, plus the 15 is 35, plus that unarmed attack right there that we have on our gauntlets is at 8 right now. So that's going to be a whopping 43, plus the 5 of the base hand damage, which is going to put us at 48 damage. And I am level 15, as you see. Actually, I'm level 14. I'm going on level 15. And I'm already doing 48 damage with my claws. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but at level 14, you can have a gigantic warhammer, and you probably still wouldn't be at 48 damage at this point. Oh yeah, he knew I was going to test out these fists on him. Oh yeah. You keep on running there, Papa Dragon. We'll catch you later. So let's test these out. Look at this giant. He looks like he wants to fight. I don't think he does, though. He's going to find out in a second. There we go. There we go. Mike Tyson him. Boop, boop, boop. And down goes Frazier. So as you can see, early build, you're going to get your damage up. At this point, you're basically going to melt through the game. I'm going to finish up the Dawnguard quest, end up killing Harkin, but look at this, the Gargoyle, easy peasy. It doesn't matter which type of enemy it is, you're going to have a blast punching them into the dirt. And here is a dragon just to showcase what we're working with here. Don't worry, the fight does not last very long. You're not going to be bored, I promise you, when you do this build. This is one of the easiest ways to play the game. Remember to start off with the Khajiit. And if you're feeling nice and froggy and vampire-y, join the Dawnguard if you have the DLC. If not, just make sure you get your enchantment up. Grab the Gloves of the Pugilist in Riften and disenchant them and then enchant them into something of your choice. I went with Orcish because it is a plus 13, but obviously if you decide to get your smithing all the way up, you can have a plus 18 from the base armor of Ebony Gauntlets. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this build, and I hope you guys give it a try. Leave any comment you'd like down below. Thanks for watching.